What up, YouTube? How's everyone today? So today we are doing a review and a install on a 99 to 2004 Mustang GT B&M auto shifter, which is the hammer. So just a quick review of what you'll be getting in the kit. Obviously we get directions, stickers, and some important information that you should know when installing some of the parts. You will get the T shifter knob. You will get a that's for the column. These two go to the column wire. This goes to the actual shifter cable. This nut goes onto here, and then this goes from 94 to 04. So certain ones you just got to check which one it is. Just match it with your stock one. Obviously you guys can see we have the smaller one, so we do have to take this one off and reinstall this one. Get that thing going. Obviously you guys can see the stock one's out. One thing you do have to do is cut the wiring for the light and for the overdrive. Overdrive doesn't matter, black on black doesn't matter which way they go. And then on the light, the brown goes to red, and obviously black is ground. I like soldering my stuff, so I recommend soldering. But if you don't have a solder gun, then you can always do whatever you feel more comfortable doing. Just make sure it's done right, and then make sure you electrical tape it just for extra security. Obviously down this side, I just got to do it on this side just to show you guys what we have to do. So that way it's done. To get the shifter out, all you have to do is take 4 bolts, go underneath the car, and just disconnect the shift cable. Pop that off. Get back on top, take the 4 bolts, and the thing slides pretty much right out. Let's just go over here real quick to show you guys what we have. Alright guys, so we're inside the car. You guys can see that we got that's the shifting cable right there. You will have to jack the car up just to fine tune it and make sure that everything works properly, just so you know. So just be aware of that. And we will be installing it very shortly. I just want to make a quick video. This is a very easy install, guys. To take the center console off for the 99s and 04s, all it is 2 bolts. You pop the little, you open the like a center console storage unit, pull the carpet, pull the 2 bolts there, and pretty much e-brake, and then you just pop it up, slide it off, comes right out. Not a biggie. You're gonna disconnect some wires, obviously, that are in the kit. I meant for the shift light and for the overdrive button. Nothing crazy. One important part you do have to do, this is the steering column cable locking mechanism. You do have to cut the tab off, which you could just use cutters. They said you could do it all the way flush, but you could do a 1/2 inch. It ain't gonna hurt anything, you know. So we got that. And guys, I'm gonna give you guys some more in detail of like the very important part. This part is easy. Installing it, taking the old one out, that's easy part. That's super simple. That's super simple stuff, guys. I think the most important part about doing this shifter correctly is going down underneath the car and adjusting it the proper way. And there's a system you have to do it. You got to put the car in neutral. So I'm going to jack the rear end up, make sure that the trans is in neutral, move the back wheels. Then you got to put the shifter, the B&M shifter, in neutral. Then connect things. Then you got to take the free play. That's like the hardest part. So that's like the most important part I want to show you guys. So we'll get that. Obviously, anytime you're jacking a car up, always be prepared to always have some blocks, so that way the car does not roll on you. You do not need a car rolling on you, especially when you're messing with anything with lifting or anything with the trans or anything like that, guys. But like I said, guys, it's a super easy install, nothing hard. It's probably a 2-hour job from start to finish when you're taking the interior out and then putting this in. Like I said, once you get this off, the 4 bolts, this comes off super easy. And then read the directions really well. It's very knowledgeable with information that would help you with the install easier. So when you get the kit, get this out, read it overnight, and that way you're prepared what's going on. One thing it says is a direct bolt on, which the only thing I had to do was modify the back a little bit because it was hitting the tunnel where the bolts weren't lined up. Now it lines up perfect, so I would just check to make sure everything lines up. If it doesn't, you might just have to clear the plastic a little bit to make the bolts line up. Don't shove bolts in. Make sure everything lines up the proper way. Don't cross thread it. Don't shoot the bolts at a 45-degree angle, like, you know, don't go like this. That's a no-no. Don't go like that. Go straight. It has to go straight in. So once you get that set, that's easy. This is a tab I was telling you guys that you have to break off for the cable. This is the old cable you're not going to be using because this is the new one right here. This is a new setup. The only thing it's weird, it didn't come with bolts, so you might have to run an ace to get the bolts. But once you get this installed, then that's going back underneath the car and doing everything. So guys, I want to get this installed real quick, and then I gotta get some nuts and bolts, which it's kind of weird. Didn't come with the kit, so I have to get that, and then we'll connect the cable from underneath the car, because like I said, guys, there's a proper way of doing the adjustment to making sure everything works properly. And then I'm going to show you guys that on the steering column wheel lock, how to adjust that so that way when the key is not in, you can't stick the automatic and drive without the key. That's what that other cable is for, guys. And then it locks the steering. So that, guys, I will show you guys. So give me a minute. I will be back with the adjustment of the cables. I will see you guys in a second. Thank you for... What up, guys? We're back, and you guys can see we have almost complete the install. I did not go under the car yet because I will take you guys along on adjusting the cable so that way everything shifts properly. But just a quick note, guys, make sure you lock tight any type of nuts and bolts that you use on this, especially on the shifter itself. The steering column lock, make sure you lock tight that, because if that thing comes off, you're really going to be screwed. And then if you're changing the pivot ball to fit your needs, make sure you lock tight that nut, because like I said, if that comes off, you will be stranded wherever you guys are. So here we go. We're going underneath the car right now. All right, guys, we're under the car after we installed the shifter on the trans tunnel from the inside. Once you have that done, guys, what you have to do next is, before you hook the cable up, you do have to run out to Ace and get some stainless steel nuts and bolts, because it did not come with it. So I got stainless steel bolt and nut, but it's a locking nut, so make sure you get a locking nut because you don't want this to fall off. Before you put the shifter on, make sure your shifter on top is in neutral. Once you have that in neutral, get your transmission in neutral. Once you know the trans is in neutral, loosen the nut enough where you can adjust it. Then put the shifter cable on the shifter, and then adjust it for any free plate forward, tighten up, and then you are set to go, guys. That's it, guys. It's not hard at all. Just make sure before you hook anything up, any cables up, make sure your transmission and your shifter are both in neutral before you do anything. So like I said, guys, before you attach it, once the trans goes in neutral, you can loosen the nut on the trans shifter just a little bit, just to be able to adjust it, and then you could connect and then get rid of the free play and tighten it up. Oh, that's it, guys. Sorry, guys, it's hard doing stuff under the car. Just show you guys what the shifter looks like from under there. And now to adjust your locking system so that way you cannot go into drive. See, I won't go into drive even when you lift up. You have to adjust it a little bit forward where it's just enough to lock it in, and then when you hit the brake, unlock it through the cable, and then you can shift into drive. So guys, just make sure you do that, and make sure you use Loctite here, and then on your pivot bolt if you have to change it out. Do not, I repeat, do not go without Loctite. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's not hard at all, super easy. Like I said, from start to finish is probably about 2 hours. Not hard at all, guys. I think the hardest part is probably getting the center console out, but taking the shifter and everything out was super easy, guys. And then for the wiring, obviously I do not like this, so I'm going to clean it up and get it really nice and clean, so that way it's not just like wiring on there. Just another thing, guys, when you do attach the light to here, just remember you will not have a any way to tell. You could hook it up to a power that goes on with the car, like with the remote, with the radio, so anytime you get in the car, it'll turn on, just so you can see it. Obviously, you can see a little orange, but once you get used to this unit, you're just going to be able to do it by feel. It's just, if other people are going to drive, another option you could do is just turn the light on for a second. You guys can see, park light. You could turn the light on and it'll pop up, but without it, you could barely, I can see it, you can barely see it though. So if you have other people drive your car and they're not comfortable with the shifter or used to it, just, you'll be able to turn the light on a little bit and you'll be able to see the shifting going into gear. And then the overdrive is right here. That's the overdrive button. So yeah, like I said, guys, it's 2 hours, not hard at all. You could do it at home. Get some jacks. You would need some jacks, a jack, just so, like I said, a few hours of your time. Good time to, you know, be able to clean, detail all your interiors and stuff like that. I have to redo it because I've been going in and out of the car. Nothing crazy, guys. But yeah, guys, that was it for the install. I hope you guys like it. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to get you guys the best videos without wasting time and just getting straight to the point. So I hope you guys like this video. This is my first like install video, not like just sitting there with the camera on my head and just working. It just briefly things that you need to do, because like I said, this is super easy. It's 4 bolts, pops off, put the new one in. You might have to modify the, like I did, to make it fit, because like I said, you do not want to strip bolts. Make sure all the bolt holes line up with the nuts, so that way it's an easy, clean install, guys. So thanks for watching. Please stay tuned. Next is we are doing the install on the radio. There's nothing here to see. I did not install it yet, guys, even though it looks like it's installed. There's some custom trimming that we gotta do, so I'll do a video on that. But guys, please stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. One more thing, guys. Let's talk about the review on the shifter. Out of 5 stars, the difficult to install it, I would give it a probably 2 stars only. Like I said, it's super easy. It's not hard at all. Few tools are needed. I think the biggest pain in the part is just finding the neutral and trans without any type of like knowing with a light or anything, and taking the plastic off. But overall, it's a great shifter. It'll make your automatic fun. The only thing downgrade, I wish they would have came with the correct bolts, so that way you could bolt it up without any issues. What I've seen in the previous reviews on these for the Mustangs is a lot of times they tell you to take your original nut, which this does not have a bolt. This doesn't have a bolt that just self-tap into it. I'd rather have the stainless steel and then have the locking, and that way it's locked in for the real lifetime until you remove it. But I think overall, I give this 5 stars for sure, even though it's just missing the hardware, which, like I said, you just go Ace Hardware. But I think it's going to make your automatic Mustang a lot funner on the street, and you get to feel like you're on a stick shift. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, guys, please like and subscribe. Thank you.